Breaking news as we come on the air. The Dallas Wings game tonight postponed to Monday night. The New York Liberty's plane having issues, having mechanical failures, and they couldn't get off the ground apparently, or at least not in a timely enough fashion to get here in time for what was supposed to be an 8 o'clock tip tonight on Amazon Prime, the whole 9 yards. It was going to be a big game and a big national broadcast, and now it's getting pushed to Monday.
There were no other planes?
That is kind of weird that they couldn't commandeer another plane, but it is a chartered flight. There are probably some, I don't know, for whatever, especially in New York City, you'd think that there would be another plane
between DFW and NY,
LaGuardia, probably,
or JFK, whichever.
Any one of them, yeah.
Those were probably the bazillion private airports that are out there.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the other thing. It's not like you're traveling with a football team.
Yeah.
You've got 12 players, a few coaches, training staff. Is it a 30-person crew somewhere? I'm guessing. I don't know exactly what their travel group looks like, but somewhere in that ballpark. You don't need an overwhelmingly large plane. You don't need the 777 that the Cowboys fly on or whatever with 150 people, 200 people, whatever.
I do wonder, too.
It's surprising that they weren't able to find some other option. But
well, and I do wonder, too, from a league perspective, you're talking about two teams with whatever players on the roster that are stars of the league.
Yeah.
It's a national primetime broadcast. I don't know how much reinforcement goes into really trying to get them here, but
I'm sure there was every effort made to make it happen, but it is surprising that they weren't able to figure out some workaround to get them here in time. The game will be moved to Monday. I'm trying to pull up what else Monday looks like. I wonder if they will still be able to make it a national Amazon Prime broadcast, or if that will have to get
that is the advantage of streaming,
as
is it's not like they have programming they have to move around.
That's true. They don't have programming they have to move around, but is there another scheduled Amazon Prime game that night, I wonder?
Who gets bumped for that matchup? Because that's a big matchup.
Yeah,
it is a big matchup, but it looks like they've already got it listed on Monday night at 7 o'clock, and it still says watch on Prime. The other games that night, Vegas and Toronto, they play on Peacock and NBC Sports Network at the same time, 7 o'clock Central Time. Washington and Golden State play later that night, but it looks like that's just a local broadcaster's game. And then USA has a broadcast that night of the Lynx and Storm game at 9 o'clock Central Time. So it looks like they won't need to upset the apple cart too much. They'll still get the national broadcast out of the deal. But now that means the Wings are playing on back-to-back days, right? Because they play Sunday afternoon at noon. The one good thing there is both are at home.
Right.
So at least there's not travel in between. They'll play a noon game Sunday afternoon against the Sparks, and then a 7 o'clock game Monday night against the Liberty.
Travel has proven unreliable, apparently.
Evidently. Kind of surprising, but yeah. So an important game within the WNBA standings as we are now into the back half of the regular season, and we're starting to see some hierarchies, some stratospheres relative to the standings.
I'm trying to think. I can't remember another game in recent memory in any sport that has been canceled or delayed for travel issues like that. I mean, obviously we've seen things where the team, because of weather, couldn't get out.
Weather, the Mavs had games with weather back in January when we had. So I've seen it with that, but
just find it.
Just straight up mechanical failure. Yeah.
It just sounds so weird that that
and with the W too, it's one thing if you're talking baseball and you're on a getaway day, you have a game the next day.
Right.
With the WNBA schedule, they typically have a couple days in between scheduled games, so you would think that they would just plan in, we're going to fly the day prior so we have time to travel, get in, and then be ready for the game the next day. But I don't know what goes into the logistics.
I'm scanning, the Wings didn't play yesterday. They haven't played since their game Sunday at the AAC. I'm not certain when the last time was that the Liberty played, because you're right, it would have made more sense for them to fly yesterday. Scanning through,
or just generally speaking.
Yeah,
they played Sunday as well.
Yeah.
So they played Sunday, but did they play since then or no?
Their last game, it looks like, was July 12th.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is bizarre that they wouldn't have flown in. Oh no, they played. Wait, what am I looking at? Oh, I'm in June. That's the problem. Sorry. Never mind. I hadn't quite scrolled far enough down.
Why are there results on the 20th of July?
Well, I looked at. I saw the 17th of June, and that was my cue of I'm in the wrong
Is this like
month.
a Back to the Future 2 situation where we know the results already?
I think I tried to do that yesterday. No, I did it on air, or I mean on linear.
Michelle, have you seen Back to the Future 2?
I've heard of the
seen-
movie
she-
title.
have you
She was
seen
trying
Back
to
to the
take that
Future
in
1?
stride, by the way. You did drag her back into
Wait,
acknowledging the
you haven't
reference.
seen the original either? Oh,
I don't think you're missing much.
Oh,
Thank
come
you.
on.
I'm not.
Great.
No, I'm
They're
okay.
great.
I'm okay.
I mean, they're not like achievements of cinema, but they're very
No, but they're
enjoyable
often
movies.
they're often considered, even amongst film nerds, like they're often considered some of the best to come out of that time frame. So like I just didn't jive with it. That's all.
How does it
matters to.
compare to like Wedding Crashers?
No, in
They're
no
very
way
different.
whatsoever.
Yeah,
very different.
They're vastly different movies. I'm also a sucker for time travel movies.
Oh Lord.
I
Sorry. It just comes out sometimes. The more I learn about Jeopardy here. I'm sorry.
How does that have anything to do with Jeopardy?
Well, what
It's
she's
just
thinking
on
of is
brand.
just trying
Jeopardy
to keep
is your
track of-
nickname.
but
Like, it's not-
It's juggling multiple timelines and trying to keep track of certain things. Like I know a bunch of people that watched Inception and have no concept of what happened in it at all. I love it because I feel like there's a lot of
I
intricacy
enjoyed
of it.
Inception.
Exactly. That's the same
Inception
thing.
is tough to follow, though.
It can be, but that's
there's,
part
there's
of it.
so many layers to it, and you're going so deep into the dream structure, and that's a hard movie to follow.
Sure, but that is also part of the commentary at the end.
All right, that's
So-
enough movie talk
yeah.
for today.
No, it's not.
Until another reference comes at me in the second block.